Hello everyone, welcome to INKTUTORS today. So this is the continuation of the past 2019 WAEC questions, and we'll be solving question 16 to 30. Now the first question says Bala sold an article for 6,900 and made a profit of 15%. Calculate his percentage profit if he had sold it for 6,600. Now the first thing I want to establish here is you need to establish how to use first of all, establish a formula which shows that profit in percentage, the formula for profit in percentage, it's your selling price minus your cost price over cost price times 100 over 1. Okay, now from this question, the parameters that have been given to us is he sold the article, so his selling price it's 6,900, and it says calculate his percentage profit if he had sold it for 6,600. So the first thing is, let's know how much he even bought this article, because if we can get how much he bought the article, then we can find every other question. So to get how much, so we are going to apply our profit formula, which is 15, it's equal to selling price, it's 6,900 minus cost price all over cost price times 100 over 1. So this will invariably give us 15 divided by 100, it's equals to 69 minus CP over CP. Now what I just did, I took this 100 over here, so that's exactly what I did. So this is going to give us 0.15 is equal to 69 minus CP over CP. Okay, sorry, all over. Okay, so this is going to give us over CP. Okay, now at this point we can now cross multiply, which will give us 0.15 CP is equal to 69 minus CP. So at this point we can now collect like terms. So this is going to be 0.15 CP plus CP is equal to 69 now. Okay, so this is going to give us that's 0.15 CP plus CP is going to give us 1.15 CP is equal to 69. Therefore the cost price is now going to give us 6,900 divided by 1.15. Now that means our CP, it's going to be, so at this point we can employ the use of our calculator to get the value, which will now be 69. Okay, sorry, I need to remove my calculator from this mode. So this is going to give us 69 divided by 1.15, so that will give us 6,000. So that means our cost price is actually 6,000 naira. Now, so assuming he sold it for 6,600, what would be his profit? So that means our profit will now be still our formula. What is our selling price now? Our selling price is now 66, no more 69, minus 6,000, which is now our established cost price, all over 6,000 times 100 over 1. Now this will give us 600 over 6,000 times 100 over 1. 600 here is 1, 600 into here will give us 10. 0 cancels 0, that means our profit is 10%. Sorry, that means our profit is going to give us 10%. So although it's a long question, you can crack it once you establish your percentage formula for calculating your profit. Okay, the next question says if 3p is equal to 4q, 9p is equal to 8q minus 12, find the value of pq. All you need to do is substitute, get the value of p and q, then multiply both of them. Now to get that, we'll say from if 3p is equal to 4q, therefore p is equal to 4q over 3. then I'm going to put that into the other equation. So instead of writing 9, instead of writing p now, I will now put 4q over 3 is equal to 8q minus 12. Now 3 here 1, 3 in 9 is going to give us 3. So 3 times 4q is going to give us 12q is equal to 8q minus 12. So 12q minus 8q is going to give us 4q equal to minus 12. Therefore, q will be minus 12 over 4, which gives us minus 3. Now, to get our p is going to be 4 times minus 3 divided by 3. 3 cancel, 3 will give us 1. So p is equal to minus 4. Therefore, p times q is minus 4 times minus 3, which will give us 12. So our answer is positive 12. Okay, the next question says this is an indices question, men looking at it. So if 0.25 raised to power y is equal to 30, so express everything in terms of index form. First of all, the first thing you need to do is convert 0.25 to fraction, and that means you know 0.25 is a quarter. You just multiply both the numerator and the down by 100, so that will give you you do 0.25 over 1 times 100 over 100. So this will give us 25 over 100. 25 here is 1, 25 here is 4. So this is 1 over 4 all raised to power y is equal to 32. Now you know that this is 1 over 2 raised to power 2 all over y is equal to 2 raised to power 5. Now this will give us 2 raised to power minus 2 all brackets y is equal to 2 raised to power 5. Yet this is the negative law of indices, which states that if you have a raised to power minus x, it's equal to 1 over a raised to power x. So from here we can open the bracket and we will now have 2 raised to power minus 2y is equal to 2 raised to power 5. Now our bases are equal, we can now take our index. So minus 2y is equal to 5. Since the bases are equal, you can cancel out the bases and take the index. So therefore y will be minus 5 over 2. That's our final answer. So final answer, it's A, option A. Option A is the correct answer. So that takes us to the next question. The next question says there are 8 boys and 4 girls in a lift. What is the probability that the first person who steps out of the lift will be a boy? Now, if you study this question well, probability of getting a boy it's equal to 8 over the total, which is 12. Then the probability of getting a girl is equal to 4 over 12. So probability of getting a boy is 8 over 12, but I need to reduce this to the lowest fraction. So 2 can divide. This will give us 4 can actually divide, which will give us 2 over 3. So that's the final answer. So our answer is B. So please, like I said, you can click on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell so that you can also be getting updates from us as time goes on. Now question 20 says this is a factorization question, so it's asking us to simplify this. Now the best thing we need to do, the best way to solve this question is to use factorization method to solve this quadratic equation. Now remember your factorization method. You need to get something in which when you sum it, it's going to give you the middle term, and when you multiply it, it's going to give you the last term, like the product of the first and the last term. Now for instance, for x squared minus 5x minus 14, our product is first term times last term, which is minus 14x squared. Our sum is second term, which is minus 5x. I'm going to do this for only the numerators, but you figure out the denominator. So we're going to look for factors of 14, which are 1, 2, 7, and 14. So which number, when I add it, it will give me 14, and when I subtract it, when I add it, it's going to give me 5. When I multiply them, it will give me 14x. So I think I'll take minus 7x and plus 2x. Now if you multiply these two, it will give you minus 14x squared, and if you sum it, it will give you minus 5x. So that gives me x squared. Instead of writing minus 5x, I'll now write minus 7x plus 2x minus 14, all divided by, same thing applies to the numerator, x squared. Now 2 and 7 will still go, because when you do minus 7x minus 2x, it will give you minus 9x, and when you multiply minus 7x minus 2x, it will give you plus 14x squared. So plus 14. Now this will now give me x into x minus 7 plus 2 into x minus 7. Now all over, this will now give me x into x minus 7 minus 2 into x minus 7. So this is going to give us x plus 2 brackets x minus 7 all over. This will now be x minus 2 brackets, so x minus 7. Now you can see that we have x minus 7 both up and down, so we're going to cancel out x minus 7. So our final answer is x plus 2 divided by x minus 2. So the final answer here, it's going to be A, which is the correct one. So that takes us to the next question, which says which of these values would make 3p minus 1 undefined? Now in mathematics, the rule of having anything undefined is x over 0. Once you have anything x over 0, it is undefined. So all you need to do is make the denominator equal to 0. So I will just say p squared minus p is equal to 0 for the equation to be undefined. This means p squared is equal to p. So there's p twice here, so p can cancel out. So we have p is equal to 1. So for p equal to 1, the equation is undefined. Now that takes us to the next question, which says the total surface area of a cylinder, it's 165 cm squared. If the base diameter is 7 cm, calculate its height, and we're asked to take pi as 22 over 7. Now you need to first of all understand that this is a cylinder. You need to know the formulas of your cylinder. So the total surface area, so the formula for total surface area of cylinder is given as 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. So this means we can factorize 2 pi r into r plus h. So this means 165 is equal to 2 times 22 over 7 times. Now we're given diameter, so you know that if the diameter, if our diameter is 7 cm, our radius will be d over 2, which will give us 7 over 2. So that's so it's going to be 7 over 2 in bracket. Instead of writing 7 over 2, I prefer to write decimal here, 3.5 plus h. So from here, 7 can cancel 7, 2 can cancel 2, so we have 165 here. Okay, here we have 22 left. So I prefer to divide by 22. So 165 divided by 22 is equal to 3.5 plus h. So we will employ our calculator. Okay, we do 165 divided by 22, and that gives us 7.5. Okay, so this means 7.5 is equal to 3.5 plus h. Therefore, if we collect like terms, 7.5 minus 3.5 is equal to h. Therefore, 7.5 minus 3.5 is going to give us 4.0. cm, which is equal to h. So our correct answer is B. Okay, question 23. Now question 23 says if 2 raised to power a is root 64 and b over a is equal to 3, evaluate a squared plus b squared. So invariably you need to find a and b. So to solve this question, I'm going to say 2 raised to power a is equal to, now this is indices, just change 64 to the rule of indices that says the root law of indices, which will now give us 64 raised to power half. Remember that anything raised to power half in indices is the square root of that stuff. So this will now be 2a is equal to 64 is 2 raised to power 6 or bracket half. Now this is going to be 2 raised to power a is equal to 2 raised to power 6 times half when you expand it. So this will be 2 raised to power a will be 2 raised to power 6 divided by 2, 2 cancel, 6 will have 3. So from here, since the bases are equal, we are going to say a is equal to what? 3. Then the equation also says b over a is 3. Therefore, to get our b will be a times 3. Therefore, b is going to be 3 times 3. b will be 9. Therefore, to evaluate a squared plus b squared is going to give us 3 squared plus 9 squared, which will be 9 plus 81. That will give us 90. As easy as that. So this is the correct answer. That's B. Okay, then the next question says in this triangle they said YZ is 32 cm, angle YXZ is 52, and angle XYZ. So this is a 90 this is a right angle triangle. So all you need to do is apply your SOHCAHTOA theorem. So now we're being asked to find XZ. Now you know that XZ is the adjacent. So when it has to do with the height of the opposite and the adjacent, you involve your tangent. So from your SOHCAHTOA formula, SOHCAHTOA. So you can see opposite and adjacent has to do with tangent. So we'll say tan 52 is equal to opposite, which is 32, over our adjacent is XZ. So when you cross multiply, XZ tan 52 is equal to 32. Therefore, XZ is equal to 32 over tan 52. So I would advise you to just punch this directly in your calculator. 32 divided by tan 52, that will give us 25.00, and we're asked to find to the nearest centimeter. So our final answer, it's 25 cm. So to the nearest cm. Okay, the next question, question 25 says if log x2 is equal to 0.3, evaluate log x8. Now look at this. You need to know how to play with your numbers of 2. Now we're asked to evaluate log x8. Remember that 8 is 2 raised to power 3. So this is going to be log x 2 raised to power 3. Now we're trying to represent this in terms of log x2 so that we can evaluate. Now remember the rule of logarithm, which says log ABC is equal to C log AB. Now this means from here we can now have log x2 raised to power 3 will be 3 log x2. Now, and we said, they said log x2 is equal to 0.3. Therefore, 8, which is equal to 3 log x2, will be equal to 3 times our log s2 is 0.3, which gives us 0.9. Final answer. So the final answer to 25 is B. Okay, the next question, that's question 26, says an arc subtends an angle of 72 degrees at the center of the circle. Find the length of the arc if the radius of the circle is 3.5 cm. Now, first of all, you need to know the formula for finding the length of the arc, which is theta over 360 times 2 pi r. So now our angle is 72 over 360 times 2 times 22 over 7. Our radius is 3.5, which is the same thing as 3.5 is 3.5, which is 7/2. So I prefer to use 7/2 so that I can easily cancel out. 7 will cancel 7. 2 here will cancel 2. Then 2 here, it's 11. 2 here in 360, we're going to get 2 in 36, we're going to get 180. So we're going to do 72 times 11 divided by 180. So 72 times 11 equal to divided by 180. So our final answer is going to be 4.4 cm. So the final answer it's 4.4 cm. So correct answer it's B. Now the next question, question 27, it says make a B the subject of the formula. Now to make B the subject of the formula, all you just have to do is LB is equal to half A plus BH. So cross multiplying 2LB will be A plus B, sorry, this is B, A plus B all multiplied by H. So this will be 2LB, open the bracket because we still have B on this side, AH plus BH. Now collect like terms. Everything that has to do with B has to stay one side. 2LB minus BH is equal to AH. Now this is AH. Okay, so we can now factorize our B out, which will give us 2L minus H is equal to AH. So from here we can now make, say, B is equal to AH over 2L minus H. So our final answer it's D. D is the correct answer. So the next question is 28. Now question 28 says Eric sold his house through an agent who charged 8% commission on the selling price. If Eric received 117,760 after the sale, what was the selling price of the house? Now you understand commission and discount. So okay, so now the price at which Eric sold BX. Okay, now the price of selling the house was X. Eric was charged 8% of the price, which was 8/100 of X, and he now got this final value of 117,760. So if you can solve this equation, you can get your X. So this means X minus 0.08X is equal to 117,760. Now factorize X out. This will be 1 minus 0.08X is equal to 117,760. Now, sorry, there's no X here again. We'll factorize our X. So 1 minus 0.8 will give us 0.92X is equal to 117,760. Now to get our X will now be 117,760 divided by 0.92. So we'll employ our calculator again. So it says 117,760 divided by 0.92. So that means the house was sold for 128,000 naira. So this is giving us this is giving us 128,000 naira. So the final answer here, it's going to be C. Okay, the next question it's 29. Now it says find the angle which an arc of length 22 cm subtends at the center of the circle of radius 15 cm. Now remember, we solved a problem on length of arc which says theta over 360 times 2 pi r, but now they are telling us the length of the arc is already 22 cm, so we need to find the angle. So this means theta over 360 times 2 times our pi is 22 over 7 and our radius is 15 is equal to 22. Now okay, so the first thing I'll need to do is I'll just say 22 cancel out 22, so here is 1 already. So we have 2 here is 1, 2 here is 180. So we have theta times 15 over 180 times 7 is equal to 1. So cross multiplying, we're going to have when we cross multiply, we'll have theta times 15 will be equal to 180 times 7. Therefore theta is going to be 180 times 7 divided by 15. So when you punch this, you're going to get your final answer. So that's 180 times 7 divided by 15 should give us our final answer. So final answer is 84 degrees. So the final answer is 84 degrees. So correct answer here is C. Then the last question for today says question 30. A rectangular board has a length of 15 cm. Okay, so a rectangular board has length 15 cm and width x cm. If the sides are double, now this is our rectangle. Now this is the length 15 cm and here is x cm. Now it said there was a new rectangle and the sides are doubled. So this is 15 plus 15 and this will now be x plus x. So this will give us 30 and this will give us 2x. So find the new area. So our new area is going to be length times width for the new rectangle, which is going to be 30 times 2x. So this is going to give us 60x cm squared. So that's the final answer. Okay, so this is the end of today's class. So we'll be releasing question 31 to 50 in our next video. So like I said, to stay updated with us, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell. Thank you very much for learning with INKTUTORS, and we will always be by you. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.